Yes, no, anything? Is the screen visible? Okay, give me a moment, please. We'll start the class. Yeah, so today's class, we will be starting with sectorial dimensions of Indian industry. Well, India's industrial sector is being classified into three main categories. So I believe these categories are, you must be knowing about these categories when we talk about sectorial dimensions. Basically, these sectors or these categories are primary sector, the secondary sector, and the tertiary sector. Talking about primary sector, this includes basically agriculture, forestry, fishing, and mining. Okay, but historically, India's economy has been heavily reliant on the primary sector, with a large portion of the population engaged in agricultural activities. See, in yesterday's class also we have discussed like how these 5-year plan focused upon what was the main thing on which these plans were focused on. That was these primary sector only. That is this agricultural industry, forestry, fishing, and mining industries only. So taking care of these industries, these primary sector only, the 5-year plans have been formulated initially. Then, coming to the secondary sector, this sector comprises manufacturing industries could be textile industries are there, automobile, electronic, and heavy machineries. Also, over the years, the secondary sector has seen significant growth, contributing substantially to India's GDP and employment generation as well. Now comes the tertiary sector. Well, also it is also known as service sector. Service sector or tertiary sectors are synonyms, right? So it encompasses a wide range of activities such as banking, tourism, healthcare, information technology services, and education. In recent decades, the tertiary sector has emerged as a key driver of India's economic growth, accounting for a significant portion of GDP and employment. So that was an overview of India's industrial growth experience. Now we'll talk about how these sectors, this growth experience has been characterized in several phases, right? So the very first phase which we will discuss is pre-independence era. Well, the industrial sector was largely developed during British rule, with an emphasis on raw material extraction and export-oriented industries only. The focus was primarily on meeting the needs of the colonial economy. So that was about pre-independence era. So what was there in pre-independence era, basically? So what they have emphasized on basically on raw material extractions and the export oriented industries were majorly focused in pre-independence era, and the major goal of this era was to primarily on meeting the needs of the colonial economy. So that was the only thing happening in pre-independence era. But after this pre-independence era came post-independence industrialization. That was a turning point for India's economy. So let's see what happened in post-independence industrialization. Well, after independence in 1947, India adopted a strategy of planned economic development with an emphasis on import substitution and state-led industrialization as well. So there was only export, but now India has emphasized on import activities as well as state-led industrialization. Previously, there was national level industrialization was there, but in post-independence industrialization, this state-level industrialization came. So this period saw the establishment of public sector enterprises and the implementation of 5-year plans to promote industrial growth and self-sufficiency. Liberalization and economic reforms. Next came was liberalization and economic reforms. That came in the year 1990s. So again, in this period, a lot of changes were made in the policies and a lot of opportunities have been created to so that the growth of Indian economy can be accelerated. So in the 1990s, India embarked on a path of economic liberalization, privatization, and globalization, which is also known as LPG, right? So this led to significant reforms in the industrial sector, including the dismantling of licensing and permit raj, then opening up of the economy to foreign investment and the promotion of a more business environment. So as a result, India witnessed a surge in industrial growth, increased foreign direct investment, and integration into the global economy. So this happened in the 1990s, which was also known as liberalization and economic reforms era. Correct? Now we'll talk about some recent trends. So in recent years, India's industrial sector has experienced both challenges as well as opportunities. While there has been steady growth in sectors such as information technology, pharmaceuticals, and automobile manufacturing, there are persistent issues such as infrastructure bottlenecks, regulatory hurdles are there, and skill shortages that need to be addressed to sustain long-term industrial growth. So these were the challenges which are being faced in recent trends. So this was an overview of India's industrial growth experience, which has been divided into 4 phases. These 4 phases are pre-independence era, which was basically focused on raw material extraction and export oriented industries. Then there was post-independence industrialization, which has focused on import substitution and state-led industrialization. Also, implementation of 5-year plans to promote industrial growth and self-sufficiency has been seen in post-independence industrialization as well. Then the fourth one was liberalization and economic reform. So we have seen over here economic liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Also, all these three have led to the industrial sector, including the dismantling of licensing and permit raj, which was happening in previous years. So opening up of economy to foreign investment has happened and the promotion of a more competitive business environment. And lastly, few recent trends has been seen that there was a steady growth in IT sector, automobile, pharmaceuticals. Okay, and there were certain persistent issues as well in these industry was seen like regulatory hurdles and skill shortages have been seen. So these are the 4 phases of, you can say, India's industrial growth experience. I hope that is clear. Now, moving on to the next topic, that is structural changes in the India's industrial sector. So, what changes we have seen in India's industrial sector, we'll discuss now. So, the structural changes in India's industrial sector can be observed in various dimensions are there through which it can be studied. So, very first was very obvious, that is from shift from agriculture to industry. Well, there has been a gradual shift in employment and output from the agriculture sector to the industrial sector, reflecting the process of economic development and urbanization. So that was the very first dimension. That was a shift from agriculture to industry. Next was emergence of new industries. Well, with technological advancement and changing consumer preferences, new industries and sectors have emerged, such as IT, biotechnology, renewable energy, and e-commerce. Well, these industries have played a significant role in driving economic growth and creating employment opportunities. So that was emergence of new industries. What were the new industries have been emerged? These were IT, biotechnology, and e-commerce, right? Because of these emergence of these industries, a lot of employment opportunities and employment have been created. So this one is a very important dimension, I would say. Next comes global integration. Well, India's industrial sector have become increasingly integrated into the global economy through trade, foreign investment, and participation in global value chains. This has led to both opportunities and challenges as well, including access to new markets, technology transfer, and exposure to global competition. So that was global integration. So what has happened in global integration? So it has, so the, sorry, our Indian industrial sector has increasingly integrated into global economy through what things? Through trade was there, then foreign investment and participation in global value chains. Okay. Also, these global integration has led to various opportunities as well as challenges, right? What were the basic major challenges it has faced? So the first one was entry into new market, then there was technology transfer, and also exposure to global competition. Now, the next dimension is rise of service sector. So, the service sector has become a dominant contributor to India's GDP, surpassing the industrial sector in terms of output and employment. This shift highlights the changing nature of India's economy towards a more service-oriented and knowledge-based economy. So this was all about all the dimensions which defines structural changes in India's industrial sector. Please give me a moment, please. Yeah. So till now we have discussed about overview of India's industrial growth experience and structural change in India's Indian industrial sector. Any doubt, any question if you are having in these two topics can ask me now. No, no doubts. Should we move to the next topic? That is ownership pattern of industrial sector. Well, the ownership pattern of industrial sector in India is characterized by the mix of public, private, and joint sector enterprises. So the first one is public sector enterprises, which is also known as PSEs. So these are companies owned and operated by the government at the central or state level. So PSEs play a significant role in, yeah, sorry, where was I? Yeah. So these public sector enterprises, so these are companies owned and operated by the government at the central or state level, right? What were the companies? That is public sector enterprises. So PSEs play a significant role in strategic sectors such as, what are the strategic sectors? Defense, telecommunication, energy, and infrastructure. I repeat, the strategic sectors are defense, telecommunication, energy, and infrastructure. These have been categorized as the strategic sectors, right? So, however, they have been criticized for inefficiency, bureaucracy, and lack of competitiveness. So, this was public sector enterprise, right? PSEs. Next, the second one is private sector enterprises. So, what are these? Let's see. Private sector companies are owned and operated by private individuals or corporations. Okay. So they range from small scale enterprises to large MNCs, that is multinational corporation. We will be studying more about multinational corporations in the next class and span across various industries. So, private sector enterprises are known for their efficiency, innovation, and contribution to economic growth and employment generation. So, this was about private sector enterprise. Next is joint sector enterprises. Well, joint sector enterprises are jointly owned by the government and private investors. So these companies typically operate in sectors where government participation is deemed necessary, but also require private sector expertise and investment. Also, joint sector initiatives have been undertaken in industries such as power generation, infrastructure development, and transportation as well. So this is termed as joint sector enterprise. So what is joint sector enterprise? They are jointly owned by government as well as private investors. Okay. And where they have taken place, in what sectors, joint sector enterprises, where they exist in industries such as power generation, infrastructure development, and transportation. So I hope this ownership pattern of industrial sector is clear to you all. That is public sector enterprise, private sector, and joint sector enterprises. Is it clear? Yes, no, anything? Okay, great. Now, the things which we have discussed till now, that is sectoral dimension of Indian industry and all the three topics. If any doubt is there, you can ask me. I'm giving you a minute's time. You people must be having your study material with you. Please go through this topic, and if any doubt is there, you can ask me. In a minute, we will start the next unit, that is Unit 10, privatization. Okay. So no doubts till now? Yes, no, anything?
No doubt.
Hello.
No doubt, ma'am.
Okay, great. So the next topic which we will discuss today is privatization, that is Unit 10. First of all, coming to the meaning of privatization, we need to understand. So that is privatization refers to the transfer of ownership, see, ownership, management, or control of public sector enterprise or assets to the private sector. Again, I am repeating, privatization refers to the transfer of ownership, management, or control of public sector enterprises or assets to the private sectors, right? So when the public sector enterprises or its assets is being transferred to the private sector, it is known as privatization. Okay. It involves the sale, lease, or transfer of government owned assets to private individuals, corporations, or other non governmental entities. So, what happens in privatization? Through what industries could be privatized? Through the sale, through lease, or through transfer of government owned assets to private individuals, corporations, or non government entities. So, that is the meaning of the term privatization. Is it clear? Understood? Should we move on? Yeah. So the next thing is to understand the need for privatization. Why privatization happened and what were the reason behind it, we'll see now. The very first reason is efficiency. Well, private sector enterprises are often perceived to be more efficient and competitive than their public sector counterparts, leading to improved productivity and resource allocation as well. So, what was the first reason? It's efficiency, right? Because it has been perceived that private sector is more efficient and competitive than their counterpart, that is public sector's enterprises. Also, this efficiency leads to improved productivity and resource allocation as well. So the first reason is efficiency. Next is reducing government interventions. Well, privatization helps reduce the size and scope of government interventions in the economy, allowing for great market driven decision making and allocation of resources. So, through privatization, the size and the scope of government intervention in the economy is being reduced. Also, it will allow for greater market driven decision making and allocation of resources. So, that is reducing government interventions. Next reason for need of privatization is fiscal discipline. Well, privatization can help reduce the fiscal burden on the government by transferring the responsibility of financing and managing enterprises to the private sector, right? So that is fiscal discipline. Next is improving service quality. Well, privatization can lead to improvements in service quality, then customer satisfaction, as well as innovation through increased competition and market incentives as well. So these are the basic need for privatization. What we have studied here, efficiency, reducing government interventions, fiscal discipline, and improved service quality. Now, any one of you, please open this topic in your booklets, this privatization. Yeah, please open the topic privatization in your booklets and tell me you have opened fast. Yes, I'm waiting. Open the topic privatization and let me know fast.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, tell me the need of privatization. What are the subtopics mentioned in the booklets?
Higher quality management, private
Mm-hmm.
enterprises and subjects to security and discipline,
Mm-hmm.
fear of closure of insufficient enterprises,
Mm-hmm.
less politics, interference,
Mm-hmm.
self-interference owner. Sorry, self-interested owner.
Self-interested owner. Okay. So other than that, there is efficiency, reducing government intervention, fiscal discipline, and improving service quality. These are not mentioned in those topics, right?
No, madam.
Yeah. So when I'll share the notes, kindly add these points along with those, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right. So coming to the objectives of next thing, coming to the objectives of privatization, kindly keep open your booklets, right? And try matching what I am saying and what is mentioned over there. If any doubt is there, you can ask me, right? So the main objectives of privatization includes the number one, that is enhancing efficiency and productivity, right? Then promoting competition and innovation, then improving service delivery and customer satisfaction, then reducing government expenditure and attracting private investment and fostering economic growth. Also, rationalizing the size and scope of public sector. So these are the basic objectives of privatization. Please let me know what are mentioned in the book. What objectives are mentioned there?
Madam, not mention any highlighted points. There is only objective.
So it's given in like a paragraph form.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. I'll be sending one, two, three, four, five, six objectives. So kindly divide your answer in these points. Okay. So
Ma'am,
that would be more effective. Five
five
points.
points mentioned, ma'am.
Tell me, Sridevi, what are those?
To augment the government resources for other developmental needs and reduce
Mm,
the budget gap.
right.
Second one is to minimize the requirement of funds from the budget for the inevitable capital requirements of public enterprises.
Okay.
Third one is to enable an accelerated growth and diversification of the enterprise under a new environment, which is not constrained by the restrictions normally imposed by public management and accountability.
Okay.
Fourth one, to provide a more efficient management of the organization, especially in the area of marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth point is to reduce the militancy and indiscipline of trade unions that have some political support.
Okay, right. Very good. Other than that, enhancing efficiency and productivity is there. Then promoting competition and innovation is there. Also improving service delivery and customer satisfaction. Then reducing government expenditure. That is already mentioned there. Then attracting private investment and fostering economic growth is there. And last one is rationalizing the size and scope of public sector. So along with those 5 points, I'll be sending these 6 points as well. So kindly mention along with your answer. Okay. If anything is not clear in those points or these ones, please ask me. Yeah. Coming to benefits of privatization. Well, privatization is believed to offer several benefits, which includes efficiency gains and cost savings. The first benefit is efficiency gains and cost saving. Again, we are repeating the same thing, that is efficiency and cost saving. Then we have enhanced competitiveness and innovation. Then improved service quality and customer satisfaction. Then we have increased private investment and economic growth and reduction in government debts. Then transfer of risk and responsibility to the private sector and creation of shareholder value and wealth generation. So these are the 7 points which come under the benefits of privatization. Also, please let me know what is mentioned in the book, the benefits. Yes.
Is higher investment, higher productivity,
Mm-hmm.
higher output price,
Mm-hmm.
consumer, multinational organizations, and investors.
Okay, that's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So other than that, 7 benefits are again I'll be sending. So please mention those benefits. So that will enhance your answer when you write in the examination. Try to write your answer with side headings, right? So whatever I'm sending you, mention those side headings in your answer along with the things which is mentioned in your booklets. So that will improve the quality of your answer, definitely. Now, coming to the methods of privatization. What are the methods of privatization? Let's see. Well, this can be carried out through various methods, including the first one is asset sale, ASSET, asset sale. So that is a direct sale or auction of government-owned assets, share or subsidiaries to private investors. So what is an asset sale? Where the direct sale or auction of government-owned assets happen, or along with asset share and subsidiaries are also there. So that is being sold or auctioned to private investors. So that is known as asset sale. Okay. Now, second one is public offering. So that is also known as initial public offerings, IPOs, of share of government-owned enterprises to the public. That is public offering, the second one. Next, the third one is management buyouts, BUYOUT, management buyouts. So that is sale of a company's asset or share to its existing management team or employees. So what happens in management buyout? Sale happens of the company's assets in the share to whom? To their existing management members or the employees. So that is termed as management buyout, right? Next, fourth method is lease or concession. So granting private companies the right to operate and manage government-owned assets or infrastructure for a specified period, right? So that is known as lease or concession. What happened in lease and concession? So we grant private companies to the right to operate and management government-owned assets for a specified period of time. So that is lease and concession. Clear? Next is joint ventures. Well, it is collaboration between government and private sector entities to develop or operate specific projects or enterprises. So that is termed as joint venture. So in all, 5 methods are there. So that is asset sale, public offering, management buyout, lease or concession, as well as joint ventures. These are the 5 methods of privatization. What are the methods mentioned in the book?
Liquidation, transfer of ownership,
Mhm.
leasing or employee buyout, transfer of management to private sector or management contracts.
That is termed as management buyout, right? And
Next, contracting out,
okay.
fragmentation,
Mm-hmm.
other methods.
Okay, so in other methods, there are asset sales, public offering, lease, and joint ventures. Clear? So whatever mentioned there, add these points as well in those. Well, now we'll discuss about privatization in India, how it happens in India. Well, India embarked on a program of economic liberalization and privatization in the early 1990s to unleash the potential of private sector and enhance economic growth. The privatization initiatives in India have included what are there? The first one is disinvestment of share in public sector enterprises. Then a strategic sale of government equity in PSEs to private sectors. Then initial public offerings of share through stock market. Then privatization of loss-making or non-strategic PSEs. Then we have participation of public sector companies in infrastructure development through public-private partnership, which is also known as PPPs, triple P. So that is participation of public sector companies in infrastructure development through public-private partnerships. Okay. Next and the last topic under privatization is Disinvestment Commission. So the Disinvestment Commission was established in India in the year 1996 to oversee and facilitate the process of disinvestment and privatization of public sector enterprises. So what were the main function of this Disinvestment Commission? Let's see. The first function was advising the government on disinvestment policies, strategies, and modalities. Next function was identifying and recommending PSEs for disinvestment based on criteria such as profitability, strategic importance, and market conditions. Next is engaging with stakeholders and addressing concerns related to disinvestment. And the last one is promoting transparency, accountability, and good governance in the disinvestment process. So these are the basic functions of Disinvestment Commission, which was formulated in India in the year 1996, right? So with this, we are done with our topic privatization. I'll give a minute time. You all please go through the topic, and if any doubt is there, please ask me, right? Yeah, no doubts in privatization and the topic which we have discussed earlier in the class. Come on, speak up.
Ma'am, can you explain the obstacles in the privatization?
1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, tell me. Hello.
Ma'am, obstacles in privatization, ma'am. Can you
Obstacles and privatization. What are mentioned in the book? The obstacles.
para is there, ma'am? There is no like points, ma'am.
Hmm?
They have given the full paragraphs, ma'am.
Just read out the paragraph.
One of the greatest obstacles the government faced in the process of transfer is the
Hmm.
resistance from employees and political parties on their behalf.
Hmm.
The
So
employees,
what
after
is the first
serving
one?
for
What is the first one? Repeat.
um, the government faced in the process of transfer
Uh-huh.
is the resistance from employees and political parties on their behalf.
Okay.
The employees, after serving for many years, may not be prepared to lose their non-private status.
Mm-hmm.
Some fear about the displacement or retrenchment. Retrenchment means, ma'am,
Sorry.
retrenchment means
Sorry.
there will some fear about the displacement or retrenchment. Retrenchment.
Repeat.
The
RE.
employees retren
Retrenchment. So retrenchment
retrenchment.
is like the reduction of cost or spending in response to economic difficulty. So that is known as retrenchment.
Reduction in
Uh, Basically, it is you can say the removal of employees typically due to economic reasons.
okay.
Maybe because there are mergers and acquisition happening, or company is going through price crunches, and you can say cost cutting measures are taking place. So because of those, the employees are being removed from the company. So that is termed as retrenchment. It can happen because of various reasons. Yeah. Next.
Since the private entrepreneur may try to prune the size of the undertaking and labor force on economic terms.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the fear of the employees are genuine and their point of view also require consideration. But
Mm-hmm.
the pertinent questions here are, should the enterprises be run purely for the sake of employees? Are
Mm-hmm.
there no alternatives to observe the employees of a transferred unit in other projects or
Mm-hmm.
other departments?
Okay. So these are the basic obstacles, or you can say the negative effects of privatization. So basically, you can say one significant inconvenience to perceived is the changes for bribery and corruption that accompany privatization. So these are the two things you can say which are obstacle in the way of privatization. What are there? Because there are chances of bribery and corruption which comes along privatization. This is one obstacle. Next could be expanding the bridge between rich and poor people. So because of privatization, the companies are moving from public sector to private sector, and this has led to expansion of the gap, expansion of the bridge between the rich and the poor. Right, this is one obstacle. Then businesses model are imposed by private organizations. So previously, before privatization, the business models were organized by public sector taking care of the people. But when the companies have moved to privatization, these business models have been imposed by private organization. And basically, the basic aim of these private organization is money making, not benefit of people. So that one was one obstacle. Also, the disadvantages on prices as the firm are price takers. So these are the few you can say obstacles, or you can say the negative effects of privatization. Clear, Sridevi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Any other thing in privatization and sectoral dimension of Indian industry? Well, there is one more unit we will be discussing today, and that one is small businesses. Right. So that is unit 11, which we'll be discussing today. But before starting this unit 11, I would like to discuss the previous year paper. I hope I have sent the email. You people are having the copy of previous year paper with you. Come on, fast, reply me fast. Put in the chat box yes or no. You people are having copy of your previous year paper, because every time when I'm explaining any topic, you people are interested in important or tell this or tell that, but when I'm asking, nobody is there to reply. So fast, open the paper which I have emailed you, the previous year paper. We'll discuss that.
It was January 2024 paper, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. One paper only I have shared. You have it, Suresh?
Yeah, I'm checking it one second.
Okay, yeah, open it. Other than that, who all other are there? कल की क्लास में ही बोल रहे थे we will discuss and that, and now they are nowhere. Yeah, Sridevi, Amani, you were the one who was like discuss that this, discuss that, and now see nowhere. Yeah, I'm giving you a minute's time. Put in the chat box when you are ready with the paper. Fast.
Madam, can I read the question paper?
No, no, no. Just wait, Suresh. Let others also take out the paper.
Okay, okay.
Just wait. Yeah, I'm waiting for the chat box. Yes, in the chat box. Fast. Okay, Sridevi has it. Suresh has it. One more. Where is the Samani? Joined the class and left for roaming or what? Anyways, so yeah, as you can see, your paper has been divided into two sections, right? Section A and section B is there, right? In section A, we have 10 questions, right? And about half a page to one a page answer is required for these short answers. So you will be given 10 short answers and you have to write 10 lines, about 10, it is mentioned there, 10 lines each. So 10 lines is about a half a page. So you can move to a one page answer, that is sufficient. So try writing the answer in a good handwriting and do not leave the line. So, and write a page answer. That would be a very good approach. Now, these answers will carry 4 marks each. Now, I would like to read on. First of all, I'll open the syllabus copy and show you what has happened here. How the questions are being. Can you see the screen? The block one on your screen, can you see it?
Yes, madam.
Okay, great. So now I'll read out the question. You point out from which block most of the questions are there. So the first question is, what is economic environment? You can see it from unit 2. Then how is ethics managed in a business unit? You can see unit 6, business ethics. We have discussed this. Then list out the objectives of environmental analysis. This we have discussed in unit 1. Can you see environmental analysis? Unmute and please conversate. If you want to discuss, it should not be like just I am just saying. If you want to discuss, please unmute, please say, please put your message in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
because you people have to write the answer. I know how to deal with the things. You people ask me and don't respond when I am telling, so that is not good. Yeah. So can you see these 1, 2, 3 questions are from block 1, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Then check question number 5. Discuss the importance of corporate governance. Again, this is from block 1, unit 6. Okay. Now, question number 1, 2, 3, and 5 are from block 1. That means out of 10 questions, 4 questions are alone from block 1. Now, can you give me an approach कि जिससे मालूम हो कि हमारे कौन से ब्लॉक से कौन सा क्वेश्चन आने वाला है? Well, technically, if you see, 2 to 3 questions should come from each block, right? But over here, we can see in this paper, 4 questions are there from uh,
Block one.
block 1 only. So, see, that's my point of discussing the paper, is to make you understand that there is no approach. Why I'm saying like that, because uh, paper could come, it's not about like 2 question will come from block 1 or 1 question will come. Any number of question can come from any block when we talk about this short answers, right? So there is no, you can say, any important is not there. Please check your syllabus. In unit 1, we have business environment. Definitely one short and a one long answer is compulsory going to come from unit 1, which will define maybe what is environmental analysis, or what is environment, or what is a business, right? Then we have similarly for short answers also, these questions are going to come. We cannot predict which one is important, which one you need to cover, and which one you have to leave. But my suggestion is to read all the topics, whether you I mean prepare a long answer or not, but understanding of each and every block, each and every unit is very important, right? So from unit 1, I'll say the whole, sorry, block 1, the whole unit 1 is important. Other than that, you can say economic environment, political, legal, technological, and socio-cultural environment. Now, a question might come to define all the 4 environment in short as a long answer. Got my point? Or a question might come to define only one environment. Like, let's say, define economic environment, or define technological environment, or define cultural environment, or talk about corporate governance, okay, or talk about business ethics. So any one could come, or all could come to define briefly in a long answer from unit 1. Is it clear, sorted for unit 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Then in block 2, we have economic planning in India, a structural dimension in Indian economy, sectoral dimension of Indian industry, privatization, and small businesses. Let's see from this block how many questions are there in short. Well, we have a difference between liberalization and privatization. One is there. Then that's the only question from here. That's the only question. See, from block 1, there was 4 short answers. And from block 2, there is only 1 short answer. Is this justified? Tell me fast.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ जस्टिफाइड है? एक यूनिट से 4 क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं, एक यूनिट से एक ही क्वेश्चन आ रहा है.
नहीं नहीं मैम.
So paper is like that. So that's what I say. Nothing is important for your examination. You have to study and understand whether you prepare a long answer or not, but you need to understand the meaning of the terms, the meaning of the blocks. See, What is your block? Your block name is the structure of Indian economy. Then you would be able to answer economic planning of India, structure dimension, sectoral dimension, privatization, and small businesses. If you understand these five things, you will surely write any short answers coming on this. So need not go and delve deeply into the topics, but you need to understand the core of the topics, right? So that is important. So one block you got four answers, and one block you got only one. Then we have concept of fiscal deficits and revenue deficits, monetary policy, tariffs and non-tariffs control. Then industrial policy, one question came. And the basic concept of BOP, that is balance of payments, is there. So there is no way you can crack if which short answers are going to come and what is not important. Got my point? Why I say ki each and every topic is important and you are not supposed to leave any of the topic when we say important. Yes, no. Now, come to long answers, right? Question number 11A is describe the macroeconomic factors that influence businesses. We have studied about micro and macro environmental factors. So over here, only one type of factors are being asked, that is macroeconomic factors. Now again, a question might come to define both the factors, micro and macro factors. Then the second question in choice, we have defined CSR and arguments again, CSR is there. That is corporate social responsibility. So one question is from unit 1 and the other one is from unit 6. Then we have explain the objectives of 9th 5-year plans. Now, in previous classes also, I have told you, please read all the 5-year plans and make notes of it. All the 5-year plans are important. Any one or all could be asked briefly. एक भी आ सकता है उसमें से 5-year plan, या सारे के सारे आ सकते हैं एज अ लॉन्ग आंसर briefly लिखने के लिए. So complete that from the notes, that is sorry, from the booklet, that is explain the objectives of 5-year plans, all the 5-year plans. See, there are very few minute changes in all the 5-year plans. When you start reading, when you will start making your notes for these 5-year plans, just try mentioning the key points and learn those key points, because in all the 5-year plans, the basic aim was the development of infrastructure, and a boost in economy was the major concern in all the 5-year plans. But there are certain keywords in all the 5-year plans. So mention those 5-year plans and you have the basic key. This was the basic of any 5-year plan. Add those keywords in the 5-year plan notes and write the answer. But you need to study for it. You need to make notes for it. Nobody can do it for you. Now come analyze the impact of technology on, acha, a very good thing. Just read question number 12B and tell me from which block it is there. Unmute and read question 12B.
Analyze the impact of technology on society, economy, and industry.
From which block this question is there? Tell me, answer me fast. कौन से block का question है ये?
Block 2, ma'am.
ब्लॉक 2 किधर? ब्लॉक 2 कौन सा यूनिट? यू कैन सी ऑल द यूनिट। कौन सा यूनिट का है ये ब्लॉक 2 में से?
मैम थोड़ा ऊपर लीजिए मैम।
हम्म।
स्ट्रक्चरल डायमेंशन ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमी।
ये तो ब्लॉक का नाम है, यूनिट पूछ रही हूँ मैं। कौन सी
यूनिट
यूनिट?
8 मैम।
यूनिट 8 स्ट्रक्चरल डायमेंशन ऑफ।
इंडियन इकोनॉमी।
हाँ, क्वेश्चन क्या है? एनालाइज द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी।
हाँ।
हाँ, किधर है? मिला?
नहीं मैम।
ऊपर जाओ, ये पढ़ो यूनिट 4। मिला?
टेक्नोलॉजिकल एनवायरनमेंट। हाँ।
हम्म। या ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 कौन से यूनिट से आना था? कौन से ब्लॉक से आना
ब्लॉक
था?
1। ब्लॉक 1।
ब्लॉक 1 से आना था, ब्लॉक 2 से आना था? अभी
ब्लॉक
देखो
1
आप।
में है मैम।
हाँ, तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 11A ब्लॉक 1 से है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 11B ब्लॉक 1 से है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 12B ब्लॉक 1 से है। सो अगेन यू कैनॉट जस्टिफाई कि इस ब्लॉक से 2 ही क्वेश्चन आएंगे या इस ब्लॉक से इतने ही क्वेश्चन आएंगे। हो सकता है किसी एक ब्लॉक से ज्यादा आए, किसी एक ब्लॉक से कम आए, बिकॉज द रीजन इज आप लोग का क्वेश्चन पेपर एक नहीं बनता है। देयर आर वेरियस सेट्स, वेरियस एग्जामिनर्स, पेपर सेटर्स, कम से कम 4 से 5 सेट्स बनते हैं आपके क्वेश्चन पेपर के। तो इट्स अबाउट देयर ओन परसेप्शन, देयर ओन थिंकिंग कि किस हिसाब से वो लोग पेपर सेट करते हैं। सो nobody can predict what is going to come in examination. So again and again, why I am repeating each and every topic is important. Understanding of each, why I am why I am covering each and every topic. क्यों मैं एक एक टॉपिक, आई कुड लीव ना, दिस वन इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, डोंट स्टडी। डिड आई सेड एनीवेयर इन माई क्लास? Tell me fast. Did I said this one is not important? Leave it.
मैडम। नो
Yeah,
मैडम।
that is the reason. For your every paper, each and every topic hold an importance. If you are listening to the class, if you are sincere to the class, if you are sincere towards your examination, you need to understand each and every topic. If any doubt is there, if we faculties are here to sort out the doubts, but you need to study. Nobody can help you out in figuring out the important questions for your examination purpose. You are the one who has to figure out the important ones. Nobody can do it for you. Only you have to do it for yourself. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. Yeah. क्यों भाई इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है? नोबडी सेइंग एनीथिंग। कुछ समझ आ रहा है? नहीं समझ आ रहा है? व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन? सुरेश, श्रीदेवी, अमनी। हाँ,
अंडरस्टैंडिंग मैडम।
स्पीक अप। क्या समझ में आया आपको? बोलो, क्या समझ में आया? बोलो, कैसा प्रिपेयर करना है एग्जाम के लिए? या सुरेश, यू लिसनिंग? टेल मी।
मुझे तो और ऑन
सब
टॉपिक।
क्वेश्चंस पढ़ना है मैडम, कल भी आप क्लास में बोला था।
हाँ, सब क्वेश्चंस पढ़ना है, सब क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट है। सुरेश, व्हाट हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? टेल मी।
मैडम चेक कर रहा हूँ मैं।
चेक करो आप। सी, आपको क्वेश्चन पेपर भेज भेज के आपको दिखाने का मतलब यही था कि यू कैन नॉट प्रिडिक्ट व्हाट इज गोइंग टू कम, व्हाट इज नॉट गोइंग टू कम, व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, व्हाट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट। हो सकता है कोई एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन हो जो हर साल रिपीट होता हो, बट हो सकता है कि जब आप लिखने जाओ एग्जाम तो वो क्वेश्चन ना आए। ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है। यस और नो?
यस यस मैम।
हो सकता है, बिल्कुल हो सकता है, क्यों नहीं। और हो सकता है कि कोई क्वेश्चन कभी ना आया हो, जब आप एग्जाम लिखने जाओ वो आ जाए। So try following all the notes, try following the instruction of the faculties, और जो भी हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं क्लास में, I believe for other classes also, like सारे ही टॉपिक्स या आपके डाउट्स क्लियर करने का अप्रोच रहता है हम लोगों का. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई कीप बीच बीच में आपको 1 मिनट का टाइम क्यों देती हूँ. प्लीज गो थ्रू, प्लीज रीड द नोट्स विच यू हैव इन योर हैंड, प्लीज गो थ्रू द सिलेबस. इफ एनी टॉपिक इफ यू पीपल आर फीलिंग कि ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, या इसको क्या है, इसको समझना चाहिए, या इसका आंसर क्या लिखना चाहिए, व्हाई आई गिव यू टाइम, द रीजन इज दिस ओनली. अभी आई कुड डिस्कस दिस थिंग इन द लास्ट क्लास. एकदम लास्ट क्लास में मैं ये डिस्कस करके आपको बता सकती थी कि ये अप्रोच है, आप लोग को ये फॉलो करना है. व्हाई आई एम डिस्कसिंग टुडे, बिकॉज स्टिल वी आर हैविंग 2 क्लासेस, सो दैट हम आगे ये क्लासेस में डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. सो अप्लाई दिस अप्रोच, अडॉप्ट दिस अप्रोच टू रीड ऑल द टॉपिक्स एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड वेदर यू मग इट और नॉट. उसको पूरा रटो नहीं रटो, वो मैं नहीं बोल रही हूँ. व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट. मेरा अप्रोच भी यही रहता है कि आप जो भी मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ उसका कॉन्सेप्ट आपको समझ में आता जाए, सो दैट यू कैन राइट. ओके. या सुरेश, यू वर चेकिंग समथिंग एंड ट्राइंग टू से, टेल मी.
Nothing on nothing.
क्या समझ में आया, क्या करना है, कैसा पढ़ना है, क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है? टेल मी व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. अच्छा ये बोलो मेरे को जल्दी से.
Important sub. Everything is important, man.
एवरीथिंग इज एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग, knowing the meaning of the terms for every paper, every block, every unit you need to understand. जब
Yes.
भी आप कोई भी पेपर एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ने बैठो तो नोट्स बनाओ. नोट्स बना के उसमें मीनिंग लिखो हर एक ब्लॉक का. जैसा
Okay.
फर्स्ट ब्लॉक है हमारा, फर्स्ट ब्लॉक है इन्वायरमेंट एंड इंट्रोडक्शन. तो आप लिखो इन्वायरमेंट एंड इंट्रोडक्शन, और जो उसके सब हेडिंग्स हैं,
Hmm.
जैसे कि ओवरव्यू है, इकोनॉमिक है, पॉलिटिकल लीगल, द टाइप्स ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट इज देयर, देन बिजनेस एथिक्स एंड कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस. इन सब का मीनिंग आपको समझ में आना चाहिए. उसके सब हेडिंग्स के बारे में आप छोड़ दो, बाद में बात करेंगे उसका सब हेडिंग्स का, मगर
Okay.
आपको ये सब समझ में आना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट हम बात करेंगे स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमी. नाउ अभी आप इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग ऑफ इंडिया, मैंने नोट्स बहुत अच्छे से इसके भेजे हैं इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग ऑफ इंडिया के विद साइड हेडिंग्स. वो साइड हेडिंग्स आप समझो कि क्या है इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग ऑफ इंडिया. देन स्ट्रक्चरल डायमेंशंस जो हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किए कल के क्लास में. देन वी हैव सेक्टोरल डायमेंशन. तो ये पूरे के पूरे साइड हेडिंग्स बनाते जाओ, पूरा ब्लॉक का, पूरा यूनिट का. जब आप ऐसा खुद से पढ़ के बनाओगे ना, इट विल बी वेरी इजियर फॉर यू टू क्रैक एनी पेपर. कुछ भी मुश्किल नहीं रहेगा.
Okay.
समझ रहे हो? एंड ट्राई स्टडिंग. यू पीपल हैव 1 more week with us, we have 1 more week. So I don't know about other subjects, but for my business environment I suggest you all to go through all the blocks. अभी हमने बाकी के blocks discuss नहीं करे, we will try completing those 2 blocks in the last 2 classes. So my suggestion is go through all the topics. आपको कितना समझ में आ रहा है, क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, वो पॉइंट जरूर बना के रखिए, so that we could discuss. मैं भी कोशिश करूंगी सो दैट वी कुड कवर ऑल द थिंग्स एंड गिव यू ऑल द साइड नोट्स अदर देन योर बुकलेट मटेरियल, सो दैट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू. मैं डरा नहीं रही हूँ कि सब पढ़ना है. आई एम ट्राइंग मेकिंग इट इजियर कि कैसे पढ़ना है सब. अंडरस्टूड?
यस मैम.
क्या समझ में आया श्रीदेवी?
जो भी टॉपिक्स के पॉइंट बनाना है मैम, ओवरऑल कवर करके,
हम्म.
ओवरऑल कवर करना है.
एग्जाम आप किसी के भी नोट से क्रैक नहीं कर सकते. एग्जाम आप आपके ही नोट से क्रैक कर पाओगे. ये माइंड में बैठा लो. आप किसी के भी नोट्स पढ़ के एग्जाम क्रैक नहीं कर सकते जब तक आप खुद के नोट्स नहीं बनाओगे. बुकलेट इज वेरी गुड, द नोट्स विच आई एम गिविंग आर सफिशियंट, बट जब तक आप खुद पढ़ के खुद नोट्स नहीं बनाओगे, जस्ट राइट साइड हेडिंग्स. लॉन्ग आंसर लिखने को नहीं बोल रही हूँ, सिर्फ मीनिंग लिखो, साइड हेडिंग्स लिखो, मीनिंग लिखो, साइड हेडिंग्स लिखो. देखो कितनी जल्दी पेपर खत्म हो जाएगा. इट्स वेरी इजी, कुछ भी नहीं है. गॉट माई पॉइंट? एंड दिस अप्लाइज फॉर ऑल द पेपर्स. कितने पेपर्स है, 5 है 6 है आप लोग को?
5 papers.
5 papers. Yeah, it applies for all the papers. I cannot tell about the problematic ones जिसमें न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स रहती है, बट फॉर theoreticals one this is the only successful approach I know. So I have shared with you all. I hope I am helpful. डिसअपॉइंट तो नहीं हुए मैडम ने टिक नहीं करवाया क्या पढ़ना क्या छोड़ना?
नहीं मैडम ऐसा तो नहीं।
तो मेरा अप्रोच में है ही नहीं. आई व्हेन आई स्टडी ऑल द थिंग्स. सो व्हेन आई टीच ऑल द थिंग्स. सो दैट्स माय अप्रोच कि सब पढ़ो, बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम होगा. राइट. सो नाउ there is some time left and one more block is there with us. तो हम वो भी कंप्लीट करेंगे आज की क्लास में.
मैम क्वेश्चन पेपर में सेक्शन भी है ना, वो ऐसे क्वेश्चंस
एक मिनट. कौन सा
ऐसे
क्वेश्चन?
क्वेश्चंस में एक क्वेश्चन में दो ए बी बोल के है ना,
हम्म.
और बोल के
हम्म.
एक ही क्वेश्चन लिखना ना, उसमें
हाँ
दो
हाँ.
क्वेश्चंस में एक
देखो
ही क्वेश्चन
आपको
लिखना।
कितने क्वेश्चन है? 11 AB एक लिखो, 12
हाँ,
AB एक लिखो, 13 AB एक लिखो, 14 AB एक लिखो, 15 AB एक लिखो. अच्छा हाँ, कुछ जरूरी पॉइंट्स आपके साथ मुझे बोलना था. अच्छा हुआ मनी आपने ये बात निकाली.
ओके
हाँ. शॉर्ट आंसर पेपर जरा पढ़ो. सबसे ऊपर क्या लिखा हुआ है? इंस्ट्रक्शन टू द कैंडिडेट्स. क्या लिखा है इंस्ट्रक्शन में? आंसर any 5. any 5 का मतलब any 5.
हाँ,
6
अब
नहीं लिखना, 7 नहीं लिखना, पूरे नहीं लिख देना. क्योंकि पूरा पढ़ा है इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि तुम पूरे लिख दो. राइट. बिकॉज यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट एनी एक्स्ट्रा 1 mark फॉर एनी एक्स्ट्रा आंसर. वाइल करेक्शन हम लोग देखते हैं कि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स दे ट्राई टू राइट ऑल द 10 आंसर्स वेरी स्मार्ट. और जब शॉर्ट आंसर्स में पूरे 10 आंसर्स लिख देते हैं उनका एनर्जी खत्म हो जाता है. जब असल लॉन्ग आंसर लिखना है तो वो क्या करते हैं? एक 12 लिखा, एक 11 लिखा, एक 12 लिखा, उसके बाद लिखते ही नहीं है.
अभी
सो
शॉर्ट आंसर्स में कितना पेपर्स लिखना मैडम, 10 लाइन्स और 12 लाइन्स?
10 लाइन लिखा हुआ है, आप एक पेज लिखो.
ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चन में मैडम?
ऐसे क्वेश्चन 3 to 4 pages आर गुड एनफ. 40 लाइन्स आर देयर. सो टू, वैसे तो 40 लाइन्स आई बिलीव 2 पेजेस में हो जाती हैं, मगर 2 पेजेस का मतलब है आप लाइन बगैर छोड़े नीट हैंड राइटिंग में करीब करीब अच्छा लिखो. सो 2 pages आर सफिशिएंट फॉर अ लॉन्ग आंसर, बट 3 to 4 इज अ गुड थिंग.
ओके मैम।
3 I believe is a good thing. 3 pages. For short, 1 page is good. अच्छा, one more thing. What I have said, write any 5. तो 5 ही लिखिए, उससे ज्यादा मत लिखिए. और एक शॉर्ट आंसर, फिर लॉन्ग आंसर, फिर शॉर्ट आंसर, फिर 2 लॉन्ग आंसर, फिर एक शॉर्टर. डोंट डू दिस. व्हेन यू आर अटेम्प्टिंग सेक्शन ए, ट्राई टू कंप्लीट सेक्शन ए. वेदर आप पहले क्वेश्चन 7 लिखो या 1 लिखो या 3 लिखो या 10 लिखो, इट डज नॉट मैटर. बट जब आप एक सेक्शन अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हो, ट्राई राइटिंग दैट सेक्शन ओनली. बिकॉज इट कंफ्यूज द एग्जामिनर जब वो आपकी कॉपी चेक करेगा कि आपको शॉर्ट में से मार्क्स देने हैं या लॉन्ग में से मार्क्स देने हैं. तो समटाइम्स हो सकता है कि कुछ मिस हो जाए. ह्यूमन एरर तो सब जगह हो सकते हैं. तो आपका ही नुकसान होगा इसमें अगर आप मिक्स्ड अप्रोच लेके चलोगे कि मैं पहले शॉर्ट भी लिखता हूँ, फिर लॉन्ग भी लिखता हूँ, फिर शॉर्ट लिखता हूँ. समटाइम्स ऐसे कॉपीज भी आते हैं. सो ट्राई राइटिंग एक सेक्शन कंप्लीट. वेदर यू अटेम्प्ट सेक्शन ए और सेक्शन बी, कोई भी सेक्शन अटेम्प्ट करो मगर कंप्लीट करो वो सेक्शन को. देन ओनली यू गो टू द नेक्स्ट सेक्शन. ओके. अच्छा, अभी हम बात करेंगे सेक्शन बी की. क्या लिखा हुआ है? आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन इन अबाउट 40 लाइन्स. ईच क्वेश्चन कैरी 10 मार्क्स. ईच क्वेश्चन कैरी 10 मार्क्स का मतलब है 10 के ऊपर नहीं मिलने वाला आपको. अगर आप 11A लिखोगे फिर 11B भी लिखोगे तो आपको कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला है 11B लिखने के लिए. तो कृपया करके खाली 11A या 11B में से एक ही लिखिए. 12A 12B में से एक ही लिखिए. आपका पेपर कंप्लीट हो गया है, आपके पास टाइम बचा हुआ है, तो उसको पढ़ लीजिए. मिस्टेक्स एरर्स हैं वो निकालिए. ठीक है. कुछ एड अप करना है तो उसी में एड अप करिए, एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन मत लिखिए.
क्या मैम?
समझिए. चलो, आई बिलीव ये पेपर राइटिंग भी थोड़ा शॉर्ट हो गया, क्योंकि ये फर्स्ट टाइम लिख रहे हैं ना आप लोग, फर्स्ट ईयर है ना आपका एमकॉम का। हम्म,
मैडम।
ठीक है। एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस, कुछ पूछना है और?
मैडम ये एक ही ऐसा आता है, सब सब्जेक्ट्स भी ऐसे आते हैं ना?
सब सब
ए
सेम
बी।
पैटर्न है।
ओके ओके
ऑल द 5 पेपर्स आर द सेम पैटर्न।
ओके।
आपको मिलेंगे पहले 10 क्वेश्चंस जो कि शॉर्ट होंगे, उसमें से 5 लिखो।
हाँ।
फिर आपको मिलेंगे 5 क्वेश्चंस लॉन्ग,
ओके
ईच में चॉइस होगा। ठीक है, नीटली लिखो, पेपर छूटे नहीं, कोशिश करो। जितना पूछा है उतना ही लिखो, डोंट एक्ट ओवर स्मार्ट और सब लिखने की कोशिश बिल्कुल भी मत करिए।
ओके ओके।
चलो, एनी अदर डाउट रिगार्डिंग पेपर एंड इम्पोर्टेंट?
नो मैडम।
सुरेश?
मैडम,
यस?
नो डाउट मैम।
नो डाउट, ओके। So there was one more topic, that is small businesses. I believe we'll start this topic in the next class. छोटा सा ही टॉपिक है, मगर हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में स्टार्ट करेंगे। And I'll send the notes for small businesses as well. So after the class, I'll send the notes for the things which we have discussed till now. That is from unit 7 to unit 11. I'll be sending the notes. Please read out those notes. Again, I'm saying don't rely on these reference note only. आपका बुकलेट से पढ़िए, और ये जो साइड हेडिंग्स मैं दे रही हूँ उसको इंक्लूड करिए आंसर में, और अपने नोट्स बना के पढ़ाई शुरू करिए। ठीक है? Any doubt, anything is there till now which we have discussed till go through the syllabus? If any doubt is there, please put in the chat box. I'm here, right? जो भी अभी तक डिस्कस किया है, कुछ भी डाउट है तो सिलेबस को खोलो, आपका बुकलेट ओपन करो। आई एम गिविंग यू टाइम। कुछ भी है तो चैट बॉक्स में क्वेश्चन पुट अप करो। हाँ, आई एम ओपनिंग द चैट बॉक्स। So no doubts, nothing. So meanwhile, you go through the things. I will send an email to you people for the notes for the two classes. I'll be sending all the units. That is from one. So don't get confused. इतना सारा क्या है again. Amani, what is your email ID?
Madam Amulu J 225.
Mahi Amalu, your name, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. And Sridevi's Venkatesh, and one more was there in yesterday's class. Yeah, Krishna. That's right. Okay. Email sent. Yeah. Check, Amani, whether you have received. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am, received, ma'am.
Okay, do one thing. Forward this unit in your
Group.
group. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. We'll meet next week. Please be ready with your doubts
Okay,
and we'll
okay,
try
ma'am.
completing the things. Okay. Okay. Have a great evening, all. Take care. Bye.
How is your health, ma'am?
It's just like that only, not very good.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Take care, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.